My name is Darlene May, and I teach all of the Arabic courses at Wake Forest University. I've always been interested in foreign languages, and when I was an undergraduate, I studied Latin and Spanish and French, and I was really interested in the Romance language family. I went to study in Bogota, Colombia for 2 years, and I did a master's degree in Hispano-American linguistics and dialectology, and wrote my master's thesis on the history and development of the Spanish language. Part of that was studying the effect that Arabic had on Spanish, and this was a revelation to me. I had no idea that Arabic even had any influence on Spanish, so I decided that I wanted to know more about it and maybe take a course or two in Arabic just to get a feel for it. And once I took one course, I was hooked for life. I've been studying Arabic since 1967, but when I started studying Arabic, Arabic was strictly taught the same way Latin is. In other words, grammar and translation. So even though all of my professors were native speakers of Arabic, I never actually heard Arabic spoken in my classes. I've lived probably a total of 10 years in Egypt. My husband's from Egypt. I did a study abroad program there, and I've lived there as a wife. Both my children were born there. My husband and I also lived about 2 years in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. I've done 1 bachelor's degree, 2 master's degrees, 1 in Spanish, 1 in Arabic, and my PhD in Near Eastern languages and literatures. And I stayed in school until I ran out of degrees to do. I loved learning so much, and teaching is sort of a natural progression because teaching allowed me to stay in an academic environment, and actually the best way to learn any subject is to teach it. Well, my favorite part of teaching is interacting with the students. I'm really happy that I teach a foreign language where I really get to know my students personally. So while my favorite part is the personal interaction with the students and the actual teaching in the classroom, the paperwork is the less exciting part. But shortly after we moved here, some students at Wake Forest decided that they wanted to start an Arabic program. And so Wake Forest was looking for someone who could teach Arabic part-time, and I was here, and I already had a lot of teaching under my belt, so it seemed to be a perfect fit, and here I am 6 years later. I love that the Arabic program is my baby. I started it, and it's grown from 8 students to 70 students. I have 70 students and 4 different courses this semester. But if I were completely out of my area and doing something that I didn't know anything about, I would probably want to teach a science course. I could see myself in a laboratory, not just a language laboratory, but another laboratory, kind of mixing things and seeing what might happen. I hope I don't blow up the laboratory. I found it to be such an interesting language. It's one that takes an entire lifetime to master, and most people don't even master it in one lifetime.